Hello, welcome to the Deathraychat live Q&A. Hopefully this is working. So I'm just going to wait to see if some of you humans are going to turn up. I'm going to have a sip of my brew. Yeah. Okay, it looks like it's working. So what I'm going to do today is answer a few questions that you guys have asked me on the Patreon, on YouTube and other various places. Yes, hello Nigel. Yes, Monkey Do, hello. Art, hi. Can you guys hear me alright? Let me know. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Anyway. Yeah. S. Tucker, howdy. Cool. Yeah, question one. Why are we here? The answer is I had nothing better to do. It's Sunday. Yeah, there's loads of horrible stuff in the news. Just wanted to take my mind off it. And hopefully you as well. So I'm basically gonna answer some questions and show you what I've been noodling around with. Let me get the right window up. This is all kind of new to me. I've done it once before, you might have seen it. I've also got this dude out. This is my reverb tank. So I've got a bunch of stuff up, but you can ask me about it. This is kind of like my secret weapon, because at the minute when I'm doing my videos and stuff, I don't always have time to hook up an amp with a mic in front of it. So this is kind of like just a big oversized pedal, and it's got a valve in it. So when I go straight into the interface, it kind of sounds a little bit nicer than if I would go straight in. Oh good bro, sound good. Yes, you can hear me. Excellent. So yeah, I'm gonna go straight to one of my questions from the patrons. Okay. Madeline says, share some of your own aha moments regarding playing rockabilly, garage, rock and roll, surf, guitar, and share some secrets. Hee hee. So, aha moments, I get them all the time, and I find mostly, I've got to stay near this mic I think, mostly it's theory based stuff. So theory is something that I've only in the last few years started getting kind of more excited about or interested in, and I just find it really helps with learning up and down the neck and sort of getting out of your little boxes that you do, but also just like a general understanding. Hello Madeline, there you are. Arts XXX. So yeah, for me looking into theory, so like whenever I learn something new, rather than just learning the little pattern that I've learned or whatever, maybe think about why it sounds like it does, and also can I transfer it. So like a bit of fretboard knowledge is something that really helps. So like if I can play one lick down there on G, where else can I play it? Little things like that, and also chords. So like I can play a G like that. I didn't place that mic stand too cleverly, did I? All the shady secrets, yeah, hopefully there'll be some. So like there's a G, but I can also play a G like that. I can also play a G here, and I can play a G here. So like, and why can I do that? So I guess the secret would be like if there's something that makes you think then go and try and figure it out. So I'll spend hours on YouTube. Like if there's something I don't understand, which there will be a lot of, I'll kind of go on and yeah, just type it in, explain some, I don't know, basic theory. There's even videos that tell you what theory you should learn. What's the first basic music theory subject I should look at? So yeah, and that helps because once you know, and then like, why is a chord a chord? What's an chord? 3 notes in a major or minor chord. So like if you take a C, if you take the C cowboy chord, if you actually think about what notes you're playing, you've got a C, you've got an E and a G, and they're the only 3 notes in the chord. And then wherever you play that, C, E, G, you're gonna get that chord. So stuff like that. Yeah, I found that kind of helped. So that was a bit of an aha. Hey Paul, better late than never. I bet it's early for you guys. So a lot of you guys will be watching from the US, I think. Some of you. It's probably pretty early. It's 3 o'clock here. It's nice to have a bit of a worldwide gang. I've been teaching people in USA, UK, Japan, Germany. It's really cool. The internet. So hopefully that answered your question a little bit, Madeline, in a vague way. Rajesh, hey Nico, are you self-taught or did you go on any music courses, etc.? And what got you into rockabilly? When I first started learning, I was about 11. My dad got me some guitar lessons with a classical guitarist, which wasn't my preferred style. I used to play that real fast. I can't anymore. Need to keep up the practice. Hey Tom, East Coast Sweden. Wow, that's cool. So yeah, classical guitars, but classical guitar is what I took a few years in, and I did a couple of grades. I could play a few pieces like pretty well, just through sheer practice, but what it also taught me was a bit of technique on the left hand especially. Whoops. A bit of simple theory. So yeah, the lessons, I think they really helped to get me going. But then 10 a.m. in Florida, yikes, nice one. Western Super Mud Post Sunday roast. Yes, a roast would be good. I might celebrate with some food after this. I do like to eat. You gotta eat. So back to the question there. Yeah, and then so I learnt some basic techniques, how to hold the guitar, which is actually really important, which a lot of people don't think about. Having a nice sort of boop, little like arch going on. That's a whole subject in itself. Yeah, and like how to fret a note, where, you know, how to add little nuances. Yeah, and then I got into like punk rock and stuff like that. So from there I would learn from my pals who would show me stuff. I had a few guitar pals. Shout out to my mate Tom Vernon, who's got his own channel. He showed me a lot of stuff, and also by ear. So like, for example, I was listening to Green Day, and it's all mostly power chords. So I kind of figured out, well, I found out what a power chord was, and then, you know, if a song's all power chords or something like, you know, like Ramones and stuff like that, then you eventually figure it out. I eventually got to use my ear And there was another question actually about how to figure out something by ear. So I might look at that in a short sec. But yeah, and then I was self-taught for many years, and eventually I got into like Brian Setzer Stray Cats, just because he's like super good. Reverend Horton Heat. Anything that kind of mixed the punk and the rockabilly, I enjoyed. It's 3:30 in South Leeds. Yes, Chris. Ah, nice one. Chris's band, the Crytones, please check them out. They're from Leeds. They're very good. They play proper rockabilly. I don't know when you're playing next, Chris. Maybe you can tell everyone. Mexico, wow. Milton Martinez, cool. Australia, wow, this is amazing. Paul, you got a beer at 7 a.m. Big respect to you, my friend. It is Sunday. What was I talking about? Yeah, yeah, alright, so thanks, Nico. What was your first guitar? Yeah, so that's how I kind of got into stuff like that I play. I was gonna say, yeah, somebody asked me in the Patreon, I think it was the last time I was gonna do a stream, and I didn't. It might have been Paul even. Like, how do you go about figuring out a tune that you just hear? And I've kind of got a little method to it. It does involve a lot of practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. But you can train your ear as well. You can train, like, if somebody plays a note, like, what's that note? And then you try and find it. There it is. And it's trial and error. So a lot of it is practice. But yeah, what I will do, if there's a tune that I want to figure out, say it's like, I don't know, like, I'll hear it, I'll listen to it, I'll have it playing, and then I'll get the guitar out, I'll make sure I'm in tune, and then I'll try and find the bass notes, I'll try and find the root note of the song. So then I'll just, like, literally trial and error till I find it. So there it is. And then after that, I found the root. So then where's the bass going? Hopefully it's a simple tune. So, like, I'll try and find the simplest part of it, and then after that, again, it's through experience. A lot of the time, if it's going to be like punk rock, rockabilly, there's going to be certain chords that they use. If it's punk rock, it might be like a power chord or a bar chord or something. If it's rockabilly, there's certain jazzier chords that they might use, so you can play around with them and tinker until you get it close, and it is just literally yeah, trial and error and practice. So that's that. Okay, I'm going to the chat. Blah blah blah. First guitar, favorite guitar now. My first ever guitar was a Squier Strat, and I still have it in pieces somewhere. And I saved up my paper round money. I used to go on a paper round every day, super early, around Nantwich, my hometown. And I saved up for however long it was, and I got my first Squier Strat, and it was pretty cool. Got it from Argos, the catalogue. Yeah, I've got it in pieces somewhere. Favourite guitar now, probably this, the White Falcon. It's been my dream guitar. Yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous really how shiny it is. You can't really make it out that well probably. I got this second hand from a guy in Japan on eBay. It's 2003. It's pretty like beat up. This Bigsby was added later. The finish is kind of all It's got all these tan lines everywhere where he's had stickers, and like, yeah, I don't know, I think that just adds to it. Love out like that, me. Had the pickups I wanted, the inlays that I wanted with the feathers and stuff, and the vertical logo. Yeah. And then what have I done? I've popped in a P90 there. Somebody said, James says, what's the second selector switch? So, okay. This is the pickup selector. That's just the Filtertron there. I'm just going through the reverb. Let's turn that up a little bit just for fun. And then we got the P90, it's slightly louder. And then in the middle, both of them. And then this guy here, it's known as a mud switch. It takes up some of the top end, so it kind of, if you want a bit of a jazzier sound. Don't know if you can hear that. It'll make it a little bit warmer and fuzzier. Not fuzzier, but you know what I mean. Okay. Explain us psychobilly guitar, pin X. Psychobilly guitar. I guess it's like rockabilly guitar, isn't it? The playing style, but then maybe the drums are faster. Maybe you've got a little bit more gain on your amp. But pretty much it's the same. Although if you listen to like the British psychobilly stuff from like the Polecats and stuff like that, you might hear a bit of chorus on there, but I don't know if it's intentional chorus. There's like a kind of 80s psychobilly sound, which is cool. So, were you ever into Fred Cole and Dead Moon? Maybe you could do a lesson from him. 60s garage to country to punk rock and garage punk. I've heard a couple of tunes by Dead Moon, and it's something I would need to listen to more, because I like what I've heard and what you're describing there. Garage to country to punk rock and garage punk, that's my sort of thing. So if you can recommend me an album or some tracks, that would be cool. Paper Roots, the traditional way to start guitar buying. Yeah, you gotta work, haven't you? Argos, 28 days to return. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go to another question. This seems to be going alright. We're 20 minutes in, nothing bad's happened. Touch wood. Oh yeah, I was talking about that. So the P90 I got separate and put in after, because I like P90s. Nice big fat sounds. I don't know if it'll come across through the through all this stuff. But yeah, basically I've got the reverb tank, and before that I got my pedal board, so whatever I put through that is going to go through that as well, and then it gets all mushed up, and I don't know, it's probably not ideal. Anyway, next question. Yes, Scott, who I do lessons with. Oh, by the way, I do lessons, so I've got a Patreon tier where you can sign up and get a lesson monthly, or you can just come and get a lesson from me. That's another thing you can do. Yeah, and Scott is one of those humans, and he says, will Deathraychat do a sequel to Death Race 2000 film? Have you done anything like Death Race 2000 that I haven't seen? So my band Deathraychat Trio, we've done a song called Death Race 2000. You can see it on YouTube. The video is pretty shocking but funny, hopefully. We've done another video called Cry Baby, and that also has some bad acting. Yeah, so no more videos on the way just yet. But yeah, I find it pretty terrifying doing that sort of thing. I much prefer just a live video, but that's me. Hey Bad Cat, go check out Bad Cat Paranormal. I did a buzzing. Did a theme tune for her YouTube channel, so go check that out. I don't know if it's on one of the videos. You can tell in BC. How many hours do I rehearse each day? Ooh, my leads are a bit noisy. It depends. Some days I will not even play guitar at all. Most days I do though. And most days I at least pick it up and just have a little noodle. And at least once a week I've got to learn a new tune. At least once, because I've got regular lessons. One of whom, Monty, he likes to look at something different every week pretty much, so I've got to learn a new tune that way. I try and do a video every week, but it's not so easy to do that. So I've got to learn a lot, so sometimes it goes in and goes straight out, so I can't really remember everything I do, so I don't know how useful that is. I think it's good practice to learn stuff though. I did go through a phase of like doing it, I don't know, good half an hour in the morning when I was learning my pentatonic boxes. 2 minutes per each box. Yeah, I had a lesson with a guy called Daniel Donato, who's mind-blowingly amazing. He's from Nashville. He does a thing called Cosmic Country. I saw him playing in Nashville, blew my head off basically. And then I saw that he was doing lessons, so I grabbed a lesson with him. And that was one of those aha moments, because he knew basically which road I needed to go down, and sort of he knew how to practice things better, to really spend time on a thing. So that was super useful. Yeah, and I'm taking what he showed me and showing that to my students. Yeah, okay. What was I talking about? Pom pom pom. Bad Cat, hi. Have you tried various Filtertrons? Oh wait, are Gretsch guitars heavy? I never tried one. Yeah, not really. They're like they're hollow, so some are heavier than others. They're kind of heavy, but I don't know. Les Pauls are heavy, you know. So try one out if you can. If you can get to a shop where they've got them, you should definitely have a go. They're very different from playing. Well, the hollow one's very different from playing a solid guitar. I do enjoy the solid guitars. I've got a Telly, and yeah, I love a Telly. Blue, 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 blue. Where was I? Have you tried various Filtertrons? Have a favourite? I got a G5422T with blacktop, seeking more jangle. Blues in the blood. Yeah, I've tried a few different Filtertrons. The blacktops I used to have on my rat rod back there, and they were cool, but yeah, they weren't super jangly. So if you're looking for more jangle, you can't go wrong with the Filtertron, with the the stock Filtertrons, like one of these. The only other ones that I have with me are the classics that come with the Reverend Horton Heat. I don't know if you'll hear that much difference, but we can do a little test, right? So let's try bridge position Filtertron. Right, okay. Quick change. Oh. It's no rush, it's fine. And then remember what that sounded like. And then these are TV classics. I mean, as well, I'm not really giving them much gain up, so it's not the best test, but they sound pretty similar. These are maybe a little bit more, are they supposed to be hotter? I don't know. They got a slightly different sound, but they're the ones that came with this guitar. This is the Reverend Horton Heat model. This is the first Gretsch that I had, and it's nice. But yeah, if you want more jangle, I'd try a Filtertron or maybe TV Jones, something that he does a bunch of different levels of like volume, and he does all the single coil stuff as well. Yeah, it's not cheap though, so if you can go second hand, that's what I would do. Bad Cat, it's on the outro to almost every one of my videos. That's cool. So the tune that I made for Bad Cat is on the end of her videos, where she goes exploring and finding ghosts and stuff like that. It's pretty creepy. James, I'd love the chords for Segwayne and the Night at some point, Nico. That would be awesome lesson. I love that song. I think I did that. I think I did a video for it on the Patreon, which I think you are a member of, but I'll dig it out for you. By the way, I've got a Discord, and there's an invite link for that below in the bit down there. It's been going for a few months, and sometimes we like dip in there and have a chat and show each other pictures of our amps and our cats and things like that. So I'm still figuring that out. Go and have a look. Yeah, but yeah, chords for Segwayne and the Night and the Green Knight. Again, it's in D. Oh, something's buzzing. It's because I'm playing footsie with all my pedals. It's in D. They're all power chords. The idea was to make it sound as medieval as possible, so it's meant to be like a little fanfare sort of thing. Yeah, there's a D and a C and a D. And that, what's that? A sharp or B flat, C, D. That's the verse pretty much. Yeah. Segwayne and the Green Knight is the most listened to track on Spotify, put on some playlist, which means lots of people heard it, which is nice. Gretsch Filtertrons or TV Jones classics are more traditional. Blacktops are like dark humbuckers, and TV Jones Supertrons are just weird. I've not tried a Supertron. I would like to. I think it's got more output. Nico is too scared to watch my videos. It's true. I love horror films. I love spooky stuff. But I can get quite anxious. So if there's some creepy stuff and it's going to jump out at me, it makes me feel horrible. So I have to go away and do something nice. Paul, can you explain the tattoos on your fretting hand fingers? Yeah, it's mostly just stupid. I got a coffin because, like, I don't know, I like the shape, it's cool. I got this little grave that was to commemorate the time I fell asleep in the graveyard when I was walking home drunk. That is the now don't worry guys, this is the symbol for the Egyptian goddess Isis, and it's pretty much because I like the Bob Dylan tune Isis. Not a member, don't worry. That's a Crying Eye, because I don't know, thought it was cool, Crybaby and all that. And there's some more like stuff there. Not had a tattoo for ages. I'm getting one in a couple of weeks. I'm doing a swap with my friend who's he wants a lesson, I want a tattoo. Skill swap. It's an old pal as well. We'll have a good catch up. Where was I? Fred Cole from Dead Moon wrote the 60s garage nugget song You Must Be a Witch. Dead Moon was his band from 1986 to 2006. That's cool. Michael Dobson, hello. What advice would you give to aged learners like myself who make mistakes, timing and odd clumsy chording when playing along to a record? Michael, a lot of the people that I teach are you could call aged learners, and that's awesome. Now, timing, I guess I would say, as always, practice, so keep doing it, but maybe start with something simple. Maybe start with something that's like not too fast. What you could also do is look at playing to a click, to a metronome, which sounds kind of boring at first, but it's such good practice. So whatever it is you're learning, simplify it down, play to a metronome, and it will do you a world of good. Clumsy chording, if you've got some chords that are giving you trouble, it's always the difficult thing that you want to be spending time on, I think. So like, don't just play the easy changes. Like, say you let's say you I'm struggling to speak. Let's say you're struggling with a F to a D minor or something. That's quite nasty. Just slow it right down and go from one to the other. And if you kind of mess it up a bit, then just keep doing it till you get it right, basically. Like, don't accept it if you've not done it properly, basically, because you want to be teaching your hands how to do it properly. You don't want to be teaching yourself bad habits. Hope that helps. Do you record and mix yourself? I do some recording, so if any of you were here right at the start of this stream, you might have heard a little intro music, which is my dungeon synth attempt, which is like basically, I don't know, it's like atmospheric kind of chilled out music, but a bit dark. And so I've been doing that, and that's dead fun. I can just do that at the computer. Me pal Mike gave me this, and it just, you know, I've just been using GarageBand, and you press a button and it makes a nice sound, and then that's it. And it's kind of silly, but I've been doing that. So, but yeah, and I also do record at home. Obviously, I do the videos. I've recorded like guitar parts at home. I've done a bit of vocals at home, but I think you need proper like sound, not proofing, but you need proper a studio for that. Whereas this is kind of like, I've got this like home studio thing which works. I can just plug in guitars. And mixing, yeah, I do some mixing. I'm not great at it. Like, I know when something needs to be louder. I'm no good at panning stuff, really. I don't really. But again, it's something I got to learn. I enjoy learning new things. I have missed it. I'll look back. Oh yeah, have a look at that. Yeah, a lot of people that I speak to have timing problems. And yeah, get the metronome out. Maybe find a scale that you like, or just any scale. C major. Set up a metronome and just play to the click and start off slow, get faster. If it's chords, if it's like strumming patterns you're struggling with, I did a video about that. Yeah, again, just just pick something, get a click going. You can literally go on Google, type in metronome, put in your BPM, and it's there. You've got one right there. Yeah. Regarding sound, is it overkill to have a reverb tank on top of a Fender Princeton 15 watt who has a fine reverb itself? I don't think so. It's up to you. Like, depends what sound you want. If you like the reverb in the amp already, then it's probably fine. But if you want more, because for example, that's a very chilled out reverb sound. But if you want like maximum Dick Dale, that's quite a specific sound that you might not get from the smaller spring in an amp or in a pedal. So for that, I mean, it also depends if you're doing gigs, then can you be bothered to carry around all this stuff? I'm starting to get tired of carrying things, but I do like the sound of the stuff. Paul says, CC DeVille once said, if you can't do it right, do it anyway. So if you can't fret chords perfectly at first, just keep going on. Yeah, keep doing it. Try and get it right, but if you can't get it right, don't beat yourself up. You're probably better than you think. Michael Dobson, what's your opinion on the app Chordify, which I find extremely useful for my progression? Well, it's funny you should say that, because I don't know what Chordify is. I'm guessing it's similar to this. Whoa, look at this. Hopefully you can see this. This is like, it's called Ulimu. It's like my favorite website for working stuff out. It's like, if I ever can't find a chord, I'll just go over there and like just like stick it in, really, and it tells you what it is. And then, you know, if you're playing around and you put your finger up there and it's like, that's an E7, now I know. Or like any weird jazz chords, if like I'm working something out, like I don't know what it is. And the cool thing is as well, over here it tells you like whether the chord, the note is the root or the third or the seventh or the ninth and all that stuff. It's also got like a theory test bit if you want to test your theory. But yeah, I love that. So I'm guessing your Chordify is something similar to that. I could be wrong, but yeah, it does other stuff as well. Yeah, I've always got that going on. Where was I? Boop boop boop. YouTube drum tracks work great as metronome. Yep. If you want to practice something in G, you literally go over to YouTube, guitar backing track in G, whatever style you want, rockabilly, bluegrass. Can even put in the BPM, there'll normally be something there for you. So yeah, the backing tracks thing is a slightly more fun way to practice your rhythm. Simon Six String, hello. Hey Nico, will you be going into the studio with the X-Ray Surf vehicle? Yes, we are. We are currently, we've recorded some drums and bass, and I've done a bunch of guitars. I've got loads more guitars to do, and then we got to do some more guitars, do some keys. Hopefully that'll be ready for next summer. We've got gonna have a record out. We've got 8 tracks, I think, so that's quite exciting. We got a few gigs coming up, which I shall announce. Where was I? Drippy, yeah. Sure is. Nikolai K, hello. Do you use same gear at home / studio and live? I love my reverb tank and fuzz pedals, but HX Stomp can do the same sound, even 63 drips, and nobody can hear the difference in overall mix. I do have like an at-home pedal board, which is kind of like similar to what I have but cheaper stuff. So I'll have just dead basic stuff for at home, and then when I go out I'll have my better stuff. I've not tried much of the Helix or digital stuff because I don't know, I'm used to my pedals. I like getting the pedals and trying them out individually, tinkering around with them. It's just what I'm used to. Yeah, it's something nice about it. It's more stuff to carry, more stuff to go wrong, I suppose, but anything can really. But yeah, most people that you play to won't care what kind of reverb you've got. It's just the guitar nerds like us that'll sort of be having a look. We might not even be able to tell the difference. It's one of those things. Who really knows? But it's enjoyable to play around with the stuff anyway. Yes, Olumo is now bookmarked and yeah, I should work for them, shouldn't I? Maybe I should get a thing. Don't think of it as playing stuff wrong, just playing it differently. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. And you know what? If you do play something differently and it sounds good and you enjoy it, it's not wrong, is it? So yeah, good point. BC, do you have any must-have accessories for gigs? I need to get Jim a good Christmas present. Okay, guitar gifts. Like, I mean, we always need picks, don't we? Because we're always throwing them behind things and in the sofa. So I could get him some picks, find out what he likes. Oh, I know what you could do, BC. You could get him personalized picks, get his band name on them. There's some websites you can like upload images. That'd be nice. Strings, that's a bit boring, isn't it? What else? Yeah. Oh, tell you what, there's a nice strap guy called Pine Grove Leather. He's in the UK. He does really nice leather stuff. Not for vegans, unless you don't mind wearing your leather. Really nice quality stuff. He does like straps and he does like a little papoose as well. A papoose, you know, like a little bag for your picks and your strings and all that stuff. I should work for him. He actually sent me a strap, so it's alright, it's even. Let me show you it. Ba-ba-bum. Yeah, check it out. Proper leather, nice stitching. Very comfortable. Pine Grove. Anyway. I think I saw you go into a gay nightclub. Do you like playing with flutes? Hey, maybe I did. Maybe you did see me there. Pick holder. Decent leads are always a good prezi. There you go, you can get some leads. I fancy a Gretsch rat rod after all your upgrades. Is it worth it still, or just pay the extra for a 6120? I mean, I like my 6120. I would pay extra for it, but you don't know until you've gone around and played them all and tried them out. So I would say do that first. Try everything out. If you can get to a shop. BC, I'm not doing a good job of modding. That's alright, he just thought he saw me in the gay bar. Nutrix Silent XLR or jack connectors or cable are excellent gifts. There you go. Yeah, oh BC, by the way, I didn't even know you were going to be here to mod, so it's much appreciated. Vegan straps are a thing as well if you want to be a vegan strap holder. Let's see if we've got any more cool questions. Any chances of recording with Harriet Hyde again? Paul says maybe. That would be nice. I've not been writing much stuff recently. How long is your list of lesson requests? It's pretty long, and like it's hard for me to figure out which ones I want to do and which ones that I can sort of get out quickly. So, and not all of them I want to get out quickly. Sometimes it'll take me a little longer, like the Reverend Horton Heat stuff, or if there's a solo, that's always going to be a little trickier. But yeah, and it does help if it's not super obscure, because obviously with the YouTube thing I want people to search stuff out. But yeah, in the Patreon, that's where I'm more likely to do the obscure stuff. If you're a patron and you've got a request, there's a couple on there that I want to look at. For example, let's have a look. Boo boo boo. We're still there, yeah. What have we got? Yeah, Dale Hawkins, Wildcat Tamer. So someone emailed in for that one. Ronnie Dawson, Rockin' Bones. Johnny Burnett, You're Undecided. Dwayne Eddie Ghost Riders. I've got a lesson with Jim and he's working out an X-Ray tune, Miss October. So I want to get around to doing that one. But yeah, that's the sort of thing I'm looking at. Excuse me. If I could only keep one guitar, which one would it be? I probably have to grab, can I take two? I'll take this one and the orange, just one. This one's been with me for a long time. And then this is just ridiculous and shiny, it's my dream guitar, so I would take these. But first of all, oh, you've not said why I have to choose one. If it's like a house fire or something like that, I have to go and I'd save the cats first. That's way more important. Boop boop boo. Do you like other types of music, like rock and roll? Yeah. So I like a lot of stuff. I like listening to classical music when I'm driving around. Sometimes I'm sick of hearing like loud guitars, so a bit of that. The dungeon synth stuff. Yeah, bit of jazz. I used to work in a jazz bar. I don't know. There's not much stuff I don't like, really. Princeton's reverb, don't drip. There you go. It's hard to get that drip unless you got a nice long spring. All cows are vegan, so straps made from cow leather are actually vegan straps. Interesting viewpoint, yeah. Would the band do a grab a granny? What? I'm not sure exactly what that means. I mean, anyway, Rockabilly Rubber. I just bought a G3 166. Have you played one? BC's laughing at that. I bought it online and I'm waiting for it. A G3 166. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid, off the top of my head, because the problem with the Gretsch names is that they're all kind of like just a bunch of numbers, and unless I know what it is, then I won't know what it is. KJ Patterson, love your videos lessons. As an amateur bass player, always try to convert some of the riffs over for a heavier sound, adding in some reverb and or fuzz as well. cool. Apparently I can't read out something and take it in at the same time. That's cool, yeah. It's good to take something and do your own thing with it. Train the cats to fetch guitars. That would be fun. Rajesh, if you was only allowed to put one string on your guitar, which string would it be? At the low E, definitely. Then you can do your Dick Dale stuff. By the way, have you done a video with Blue Days and Black Nights? Not yet, and I'll tell you why. Because there's a really good video by Randy Richter, and that's how I learnt it. Ooh, almost. So there's not much point in me doing a video when he's done such a good video of it. I mean, I guess I could do it, my sort of interpretation of it. But yeah, check out that, guys. I think I've done in the Patreon, I've done a little chat on the lesson. I think that's on there somewhere. Randy Richter, yeah, exactly. Julia and Andrew, yeah. So he's already completed that task for us. Hello, Pera. Favorite amplifier. So I like the Blues Junior because it's not too heavy. It's got the reverb on it. Yeah, that's what I used to use a lot of the time. The reverb's broken on it at the minute, which is annoying. Yeah. Paul, hey Paul, did you always like rockabilly? Did you also like Zeppelin or hard rock, then discovered rockabilly or grew up listening to rock? Yeah, well, my dad always listened to Eddie Cochran, Buddy Holly and stuff like that in the car when I was little, so I think it went in like that. And then I enjoyed punk rock and yeah, metal as well. I was Iron Maiden fan. I like metal, yeah, I like everything. But yeah, rockabilly's, I don't know, or rockabilly style stuff is just what I kind of lent into. But yeah, so I think, unless there's anything else important I had to say, I don't think so. I think I might leave it at that, guys, unless there's anything else. What best fuzz you've ever played? I'm playing through a Phantom Fuzz. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't sound good. It's clipping a bit. Anyway, yeah, that's a bit much. What's going on here? Guitar related prezzies. Oh, that's a good idea, James. As for guitar related prezzies, a Patreon subscription or lesson related gift sub might go down well. Yeah, so basically, if you want to sign up to the Patreon, you'll get all the extra stuff. I was meant to be talking about that all the way through, but I just wanted to hang out. Yeah, if you can sign up, that'd be great. I've also got the Buy Me a Brew. I do the Lessons 101. I do gift vouchers as well. If you know someone who wants to learn how to play guitar, you can shoot me a message. We can sort that out. I've got t-shirts for sale. You guys are brilliant down here reminding me all this stuff. Yeah, I've got X-ray shirts. I've got surf vehicle shirts for sale. All that stuff. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. Oh yeah, the Discord link will be below. And big thanks to BC for modding. Nice